Take your pick. Give you two options and you choose one of them. This one might ruffle some feathers.
Here we go.
Oh, gosh.
Become addicted to gambling or become addicted to sex.
We're already one of these things.
Oh my.
I mean, if you are, you are.
But no, being fiscally responsible, I think I'd much rather be addicted to sex. But sex, you can acquire sex for free, for sure. Yeah. If you have a gambling problem, like, you're probably losing a lot of money. Like, there's a high probability that you're losing a lot of money.
Wait a minute, you can acquire sex for free? What?
Like, you're not losing.
Fell in your lap.
My point is, you're not losing money being addicted to sex. That's all I'm saying. Like,
well, I mean, how addicted are you though? I'm thinking, what level of addiction are we talking here? Because
I think if you're addicted, you're definitely spending
moderately, like, or severely. Because I
don't think you have to be necessarily. You don't have to necessarily be spending. You just have to be like, you have to be dealing with the attractiveness level that's of your atmosphere, you know, and be real horny like all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my gosh.
Which can make you irresponsible, but I don't think it's irresponsible. Like, people have lost their houses over gambling problems. I don't think they've lost their houses over like sex problems.
Actually, I feel. I mean, they've lost their families, because I actually had somebody in my family that had a sex addiction that did all sorts of heinous, like, totally messed up stuff.
Like it was like a heroin addict type stuff. Like, they were just doing extreme things.
I feel like sex addiction is some of the nastiest stuff, because there's like a real nasty presence there with someone's sex addiction, right? It's like the grimiest, dirtiest thing. With my experience, anyway, having seen it, like,
that actually, like, I actually empathize, and I'm sorry you went through that, because now that sounds.
You just made up my mind for me.
Right. Right. That sounded really terrible.
But I also have seen like gambling tear families apart as well.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, I mean, E. Brown hits it up, right? And he says you're going to both lose money both ways, man. I don't know about getting it for free, man. It's only going to go so far. So
I mean,
the stereotype is like my ethnic background.
Like, we gotta keep in mind
easily.
This is 2020. This is 2023, bro. There's like whole communities for stuff like that. Like, if you're truly addicted to sex, like, you can go have as much sex as necessary.
Well, I mean,
like, I feel like the potential to have a healthy addiction with a sex addiction is higher than having a healthy gambling.
No, we got you. It's possible. Sarey, what you think?
Yeah, what do you think, Sarey?
I think I would be. Both of these hold.
Right.
Sorry, not even hold, but hit close to home. That's what I wanted to say.
Okay.
Not for me.
Okay.
But I've never had an issue with both. But like, I think I would be. I think I would be addicted to gambling. I would rather do that. I've seen it tear people apart, like more so relationships than family. Which is a valid thing, right? Because I think a lot of relationships, I think it's one of the top 5 reasons in the US people break up because of money or something.
They do.
Yeah,
they do. For sure.
But I think I would rather do gambling, because I'm not trying to catch nothing. Like,
safety first.
Yes. It don't matter how many times. Plus, how do you know if
I think we maybe need to talk about some of these stigmas around sex addiction. Like, all it means is that you want to have a lot of sex. It doesn't mean you have to have multiple partners or like anything like that.
Maybe you don't know how addiction works.
But I think the point that I'm trying to get at, why I would rather do gambling, is because I'm just like, you can't really trust people to tell you the truth about like what they got. So like, what if someone was diagnosed with something that's contagious and like you don't know, they're just lying to your face, but you're so addicted, you're kind of just, when you're addicted to something, I don't think you're
not thinking about it.
You're not thinking, or maybe you are thinking, but you don't care about the consequences.
Okay, let's put it in terms of a substance, right?
Okay.
Like, for the most part, people either drink or smoke, right? Maybe a little bit. Some of us here have indulged in some form.
Well,
when you go into those things, you don't just pick up anything, right? We don't just drink anything or smoke anything. We try and get the finer beverages, the Casamigos, the top shelf weed, right? So if you're addicted to sex, you're not just gonna be out here.
Where did you make that correlation?
You're gonna be getting the top. You're gonna be getting top shelf sex, man. Come on.
Hold on, you smoke weed. You're addicted to sex.
With the paperwork,
no,
I need the one with the paperwork. Just like
Hey.
I need the bottle with the stamp. I need
Oh,
the.
it depends on the caliber of the person.
Yes, but I what if I'm on a budget?
What if I'm on a budget, yo?
Hello.
You gotta get the
Hey,
working
I
man's
always
weed.
tell people, hey, if you on a
Look at that
budget,
mid-show.
you ain't supposed to be partying, dog.
Yeah.
You got an 8-hour shift in you still if you on a budget.